I said, guess who's back? Man, guess who's back? I said, guess who's back?
There's a lot of talk about different things, but, we're making no excuses tonight, man. It was a great crowd. I enjoyed being here in Riyadh, baby. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting the bar, and we'll be back for sure.
Said you'll be back. I know you want to go home and spend time with your family over the holidays, but at 38, do you still want to be in this game? Do you want to rebuild? How do you want to approach your career?
We'll see what happens. We have a little bit more left, but I've done a great job with managing my money, investing, and I'm a happy fighter. You know what I'm saying? We go in here and do what we do, and we go home and leave and spread love to the family and all our loved ones, and on to the next. I'm a warrior, so I'll be back soon. And if not, then it's been an enjoyment. It's been a pleasure. And I appreciate everybody for the love and the support that they've been giving me for over the years.
Well, you know yourself. I mean, you clawed your way to the top from the Olympics to World Championship. Do you still have that same fire you used to?
I don't know. A lot have calmed me down. I've done ayahuasca. I've been in Rhythmia and done ayahuasca. I've found a lot of peace in my life. I found a lot of happiness in my life. I've been wearing this smile all week long, and I'm still wearing it. Win, lose, or draw, I'm gonna wear my smile all week long because I'm blessed and I'm highly favored. And I don't think nothing can stop me on that. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Being a warrior, going in and giving it all you got. And if you come with your hand, you just get back up and you keep trying. That's what life is all about.
What's going on, guys? It's Backchat TV. So I just recently got finished watching the fights, the amazing card. So many great fights. Daniel Dubois, Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua. A lot of the top guys performed. Some of the top guys didn't. Deontay Wilder is one of the top guys who didn't perform. I can't say I'm completely surprised that Wilder lost to Parker, to be honest. I said, not publicly, but with friends, that the fight between Wilder and Parker is a difficult fight. The reason why I said that is because what I've always said is I like Wilder. I'm a fan of Wilder, and he could be the best. This is what I thought. Maybe he's the best, but he hasn't had a chance to prove it yet. And I've always said this. He just hasn't proved it yet. He seems like, he's one of the best. Not many people have an answer to that right hand. But like I said, he hasn't proven it. Unlike Anthony Joshua, who has fought contenders, world champions, unbeaten champions, top 5, top 10. He's done it from day one. And he's proven, lost, won, he's more proven. But Wilder, in all the fights he's had, and he's had quite a lot of fights, over 40-something fights I think he's had, he hasn't stepped up in competition. And this is one of the criticisms of Wilder was that he hasn't stepped up in competition and fought any notable top 10, top 5, fighters. And when he did step up against Tyson Fury, it wasn't competitive. Unlike Joshua and Usyk. Joshua and Usyk was always competitive all the way through. Although Usyk won convincingly the first fight, and then the second fight was very close, and it was still a convincing win, but it never looked, Anthony Joshua never looked outclassed, completely outclassed. It was just, he got beaten, but it wasn't like they were in different leagues, if you see what I mean. Whereas Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, they didn't look like they were in the same league. And it was a convincing loss, knockout loss, against Deontay Wilder. In this fight, he lost every round. When he stepped up in competition against Luis Ortiz, he lost every round before the knockout as well. So the writing was kind of on the wall. And this kind of pattern always led me to think that if Deontay Wilder cannot land that right hand for whatever reason, can he win? And most people said no. Most people said if he can't land the right hand, he won't win, because we've seen time and time again he doesn't have the boxing skills, he doesn't have the footwork. He only has that one trick. I don't like to be disrespectful and say one trick pony, but it is true. Every fight that Wilder has, it shows you that he is a one trick pony. He only has the right hand It's a great trick. It's an amazing trick. Now we can see it doesn't work against the top contenders. You know, it works against lower opposition, people who are quite stationary. You know, it would probably work against a Jerome Miller or, you know, these kind of fighters that are overweight and can't move that much and end up after a few rounds getting tired or, you know, just don't have good head movement or something like that. But as you move up in competition, Parker, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, even Walling, a lot of these fighters, Walling didn't look good, by the way, against Joshua, but a lot of these fighters know what they're doing. They know how to move in and out of range. They know to move in the right direction, to get out of the right hand. But most people don't. It's only the top guys who know how to do this. And it's obvious that someone like Usyk would do the same thing towards Wilder, but worse than what Parker did. Fury, we saw what Fury did. Anthony Joshua, I don't think Wilder would be able to catch Joshua with this right hand either, because Joshua actually has quite good boxing skills. If something's not working for him, he can go to plan B. He can go to plan C. He can fight off the back foot like he did against Andy Louise in the second fight. He can go forward and be the hammer like he did against Walling in this fight, in the recent fight. You know, so Anthony Joshua has more tools, and we've seen time and time again, people with skills who have more tools at their disposal always beat one-dimensional fighters. Deontay Wilder has one amazing trick. When it doesn't work, he's a below-average fighter. At 38, I think he's going to retire. Even in the post-fight conference, the post-fight interview, I should say, you could see that a lot of the passion was gone. You know, he gave it one last hurrah, as they say, and it wasn't there. Now, it could be a chance that, you know, this camp didn't come together for him. He tried some new things. I saw pictures of him doing a lot of road work and running, and he doesn't normally do that. He said a long time ago that he doesn't really like to do road work that much because he doesn't get tired anyway, and all that happens is that he just loses too much weight because he has that type of body mechanics and that kind of metabolism. And that kind of shows. I think he looked weak in the ring. He looked weak. Wilder normally looks stronger than that. You know, physically he looked weak, and he was fighting like someone who didn't have strength, especially in his legs, but in general, he wasn't pushing forward on the front foot. He likes to often be the hammer, going forward, keeping his opponents occupied with the jab, the constant jab, and then bringing the right hand into it. You know, with Parker, he should have had a more active jab so that he could disguise that right hand, so that he could get into attack mode, if you see what I mean, instead of defense mode. He was on the back foot and he was allowing Parker to push him on the back foot throughout the whole fight. Now, it's fair enough if you're on the back foot at the beginning of the fight, because we know Wilder can ambush you. You know, he can cause you to come in and counter you with a big right hand. So he was probably looking for that, and I know that he can do that. So it was okay for him to fight on the back foot for the first couple of rounds because he was trying to catch Parker with something, you know, if Parker was to overextend. That's fair enough. But when that didn't work, he had to go back to his normal Deontay Wilder, being the hammer, going forward, throwing the jab and trying to set up the right hand like he did in the second fight against Tyson Fury. Throwing a lot of jabs and then coming over with the right hand. In the second fight against Tyson Fury, he did that a lot, and he was on the front foot, and he was able to throw, you know, so many right hands, and a few caught Tyson Fury and dropped him. He wasn't doing that in this fight. He should have been active with the jab so that he could be coming forward with the right hand, putting Joseph Parker on the back foot. And even if he couldn't, just keeping him occupied with that left hand in his face so that he can land that right hand. He's really good at that. He's really good at keeping you occupied with the left hand, with the jab, and then the right hand over the top comes so quick. And we know that's how he gets the knockout. He wasn't doing that. He was on the back foot all the way through the fight. And then in the later rounds, he tried to throw the right hand kind of without setting it up properly. And it just didn't work for him. He looked weak. The power didn't really look there. The legs didn't look there. I don't know if this is a result of, like I said, the road work and the too much conditioning, because I think he's a well-conditioned athlete anyway. I don't think he needs all that conditioning. It tends to like go against him in some way. Like I said, he looked like he lost too much weight. He didn't look strong. He didn't seem to have the same snap in his punches. And yeah, Parker did a great job. He was ducking. He was going the right way, avoiding the right hand. You know, he was preempting certain movements that Wilder was doing, where he normally does certain things to get you to move the opposite way, and then he can come across with the right hand. And Parker just wasn't falling for it tonight. Was it not his night, or you know, should he give it up? Personally, I feel like he should retire. I feel at the top level, these top guys don't fall for it. That's what I think is the issue. They don't fall for that right hand. They're not stationary targets. They're reading distance correctly. I think Anthony Joshua would do the same thing against him, but probably into the neck and knockout, because he's got the power to do it. Usyk would do the same thing. We've seen what Tyson Fury done. We've now seen what Parker's done. These are top-level athletes who have been active and who have fought better competition, and this is why this is the result. So, you know, a lot of us always wondered what would happen if Wilder finally fought better opposition in his career, and now we found out the one-trick pony doesn't work. I have to put my hands up. There's been a few creators that have always said this. I know Hatman has said this, and I didn't think that was the case at first. He was definitely right. There were a few other creators who said a similar thing that I didn't think was right at the beginning, but I actually stand corrected. I started to see it later on, but early on in Deontay Wilder's career, I was on the hype train. Later on in his career, I did notice before he fought Fury that, you know, he just has the right hand. But what I was thinking is that that right hand keeps working. So if it keeps working, he keeps winning, maybe he can do it to everyone. The time my eyes opened to Wilder's flaws was when he lost to Fury. I realised that, wait a minute, if he can't land the right hand, he clearly doesn't have a plan B. This fight against Parker just proves it, completely proves it. He is a below average fighter if he cannot land the right hand. And there isn't really much reason to carry on. At 38, he should retire. Let me know what you think. Do you think he should retire? Why do you think he had such a bad performance? I'm on to the next one.
Guess who's back? Man, guess who's back? I said, guess who's back?